Hi, it's Cathy Cena here with Tri-Cities Community TV. I'm at Lee Square in Port Coquitlam. My first guest today is Bonita Zarrillo. She is with the Soroptimist International of the Tri-Cities, and we're going to be talking today about my favorite topic, shoes, but more importantly, walk a mile in her shoes. Welcome, Bonita. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Cathy.
So I'd like to know a little bit about the Soroptimists and why you decided to join this organization.
Sure. Well, the Soroptimists of the Tri-Cities is a group of about 50 women that work on projects to help elevate and improve the lives of women and girls.
Right, and this year you decided to take on a project. You and I had a short conversation prior to your event about, who came up with Walk a Mile in her shoes.
Right. Well, actually, it came about after I came back from the United Nations 2 years ago. And Cathy, you came to that event where we had a debrief over at Cafe Divano in Port Moody, and there was a collective ask from the group there that we do something about getting men engaged in the conversation around violence against women and also gender equity. And so I just started Googling around different projects that were out there that addressed this subject, and Walk a Mile in Her Shoes was one of those, and we decided as a club that we were going to bring it to the Tri-Cities.
Exactly, and this is an event that happens really all over the world. I know that at your event in April, essentially you had someone even come up from the United States, and different people were there, and they were rooting for the cause, and men were wearing the shoes and socks. Your husband joined you, the firefighters were there. What did that mean to you, having not only some of the Tri-Cities, but also people abroad being able to come together on April 21st?
Well, it was an incredibly beautiful day for the weather, and I think it did draw a lot of people, but it was wonderful to see Mason, the chap that had come up from Seattle, who actually travels across North America for these kind of walks. And when I spoke to him after, he said he always likes to come early. He gets his shoes on, and what he does is he breaks the ice, or he tries to get the men comfortable in the idea that it's okay to try the shoes and to do that. So it was wonderful to have him. And then to have role models such as my husband had done Men in Business, that he had a team, but also the firefighters and the RCMP were incredible that day. So that was just exactly what we were hoping for, where those men that were role models came forward and said, it's okay to stand up for women. And it was incredible. We couldn't have asked for a better day.
Right, and so let's talk about the shoes. Who gathered the shoes? Where did you get them from? I don't think these men had shoes that even fit their feet in their closet. So how did you gather the shoes?
So it was about a 4 or 5 month project to get the shoes together, and actually my mom was tasked with finding us shoes, and she went ahead and made a lot of phone calls and did a lot of shopping and a lot of donations, and she gathered about 40 pairs of shoes in varying sizes and colors. And I can't thank her enough for that.
And I remember seeing the post that you needed size 10, 11, and 12. I'm like, well, I'm out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've donated so many shoes, but at the same time, obviously, men are going to wear larger shoes than us. And there was one photo that our team, I think, took, and it was, I don't know where the man was from, and you'll know better, but he was walking with his daughter, or was it his son?
There was one that was walking with his daughter and son, but yes, his son, I think.
So just the back of them walking away, that just, I don't know, it warmed my heart. Yeah. Because again, we talk about gender equity, we talk about starting the conversation at home, talking to our young daughters and sons about, equality. And I'm just wondering, you've sort of been a champion in this for a while. Why is it so close to your heart?
I think the reason, it's always been in my mind as a business person that was out there, and I came from an industry that was very male heavy, so it was always in my mind, but it wasn't until I visited the United Nations Status of Women event as a Soroptimist a couple of years ago, and I saw the stories from across the globe of just how much physical violence women go through, that it really hit me that, this is a cultural, societal thing that needs to change. And when I came home and I saw that the community was already also interested in it, I think that's when it really opened my eyes to how important the work is.
Soroptimist doesn't only touch on these kinds of things. They're raising money. You raised money on this day in April, correct? Walk a Mile.
Actually, this one wasn't a fundraiser. This one was more of an awareness, but we did end up making some money because of the socks. The socks were very popular, so we managed to raise some funds
I
for
know
the
this
socks.
is your pair, and I can't buy them because you sold out.
Yes, we did.
You know, the men look sexy wearing these. I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Is it wrong in saying that some of them, you know, had a bit of a challenge walking in the heels, or what did you? I mean, you were impressed, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think that that's one of the reasons that we went with the socks. That we wanted every man to be able to do it, and if they didn't want to do the shoes, we were totally fine with that. But here was a way for them to be involved and feel like they were part of it. But also, we wanted those to go into offices and hospitals and fire halls, and we wanted men to wear them after the fact, and for people to say, what are those about, and to be able to talk about them.
Printed socks are so popular nowadays.
And they are, right?
You know,
that's one of the things that men enjoy.
I love the red heel. It's very girly.
Yes. Yep. That's one of the things that we're working on, though, is, you know, just breaking down those stereotypes, what's okay to wear and what's not okay to wear. And
so just on a side note, I just want to know, does your husband wear some of these sometimes under his pants?
You know, I think he wears them to work, right?
If laundry's not done, and this is
I think
his last pair.
I think he would wear them as his first pair, maybe. They're nice quality socks.
Yeah, no, they are. They're very lovely. I might have to take them. And of course, here's a pair of shoes in. I'm not sure what the size is.
Those are size 10.
10W for the wide foot that a man may wear. Red, another hot color this fall, because it seems like we're having fall here in the Tri-Cities.
But you know what's interesting about that? There was an array of colors on the day. And the red was still the favorite. Like the men, if they were going to do it, they wanted to do it all out.
They wanted to stand out. Black just wasn't an option that day.
It's so true.
That's fantastic. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us or tell us? Maybe where can people find out more about your organization, and if they would want to become a member of the Soroptimists?
That would be great. Well, we have a website. It's soroptimisttricities.org. And you can find all the information about us. And I think I'll take a second to just have a plug for Bee's Closet. Basically for women and girls that are aging out of foster care or that are coming out of addictions and that sort of stuff. And it's an opportunity for them to shop for sheets, towels, silverware, dishes, that sort of stuff. And actually it's free. We have a storage warehouse for it. So you can find that on our website as well. But
Bee's Closet.
Bee's Closet, but if you have any nice linens or dishes that you'd like to donate, we'd love to hear from you.
And in case you weren't able to attend Walk a Mile in Her Shoes, Tri-Cities Community TV was there. Have a look.
Come on out, support gender equality!
I appreciate you being here and sharing your passion with us about women, gender equity, and thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Cathy.
We heard from Bonita Zarrillo talking about gender equity and how we all need to learn a little bit more about the equality with women, not only here in the Tri-Cities, but all over the world. Thanks for listening and watching.